embarrassing question I was ever asked was whether or not I'd had a sex change. I think that takes the cake, yes. Yes.
Did you?
Did I?
Do you remember your first kiss?
My first kiss, yes, I do.
Did you like it?
Well, it was from a dog.
You still get stage fright before you come out on stage.
Once in a while, and then when I do, my hair gets just like yours.
Well, I hope you like the show. It's over now. Actually, this is all about Q&A, questions and answers, which was a very big part of our show for 11 years, and we thought we would do it tonight for you, have you ask us questions. The gang is here. Harvey, Tim, Lyle, and Vicki are here tonight. In 1967, I came out on this stage for the first time to do questions and answers. And the reason was that, they used to have stand-up comedians to come out and warm up the audience. And so we were afraid that, if a stand-up comedian came out and was funnier than we were, it wouldn't work, so they sent me out. And we had not been on the air yet, so it was our first show and we were taping it. And the audience didn't know what to expect from me, and I didn't know what to expect from them. And so I was sent out here to say, "Oh, do you have any questions?" And I was terrified that nobody would raise their hands, and then I was terrified that somebody would. I'll show you here.
Welcome to our first show that we're doing. I'm real excited and very, very happy that you're all with us tonight. Looks like we got a nice full group. Could you bump up the lights so I could see? Oh! Could he bump up the lights so I could see everybody? Well, let's get started. Yes, yes, sir.
My wife wants to know why you pull your ear.
I pull my ear because that was originally a signal to my grandmother, because I couldn't say, "Hi, Nanny," on television. So I did this, and this meant, "Hi, I love you, your check's on the way." Yes, up in the back there.
Did you do the Tarzan yell?
Would I do the Tarzan yell? Well, I gotta tell you, I have a story about that. I only do it in controlled circumstances. Because one time, a few years ago, I was in New York and I went to Bergdorf Goodman, which is a kind of a fancy department store, to buy myself some stockings. And the sales lady was very sweet. And she said, "Oh, I'm such a fan of yours. Could you do me a favor and sign some autographs for my children?" And I said, "Sure." She had about 5 or 6 children sign that. And then it came time to pay for the stockings, and I didn't have my right wallet with me. And I said, "Oh gosh, I don't have my could I write a check?" And she said, "I'll need some identification." So she said, "Wait a minute, let me go ask the floor manager." So she went over and she went to this nice lady across the room, and she said, "Miss Carlton will approve your check if you'll do the Tarzan yell." So I looked around, and it was kind of empty, and so I said, "Okay." So I did the Tarzan yell, and the exit door burst open, and there was a security guard with a gun. So as I say, I only do it when people are expecting it. And I'm glad you asked that question, because I have prepared an answer, because that is the most asked question I've ever gotten. Yes?
Would you do your Tarzan yell?
The Tarzan yell.
Tarzan call.
You want me to do the Tarzan yell?
Would you do your Tarzan call?
And I want to
You'll do your Tarzan yell.
You do a Tarzan yell, please.
Can you do your imitation of Tarzan?
Some are remembered for faces like Katharine Hepburn. Some are remembered for beautiful bods like Raquel. But when I'm remembered, if I'm remembered, I'll be remembered for my Tarzan yell. Some are remembered for service, like Mother Teresa. Some win the Pulitzer Prize, and some win the Nobel. But when I'm remembered, if I'm remembered, I'll be remembered for my Tarzan yell. Oh, it won't be my moonwalk or my valse Viennese, but my call of the ape man, ringing through, swinging through the trees. When I'm departing, the preacher will probably ask me, please, could you do it once more just before your farewell? 'Cause when you're remembered, if you're remembered, you'll be remembered for your Tarzan yell. There. Yeah.
I wonder if we could get any seats any closer than this. I'd like to sit in the first row, please.
Would you like to sit in the first row? Why don't you just get yourselves up here and get on stage? Point.
Oh, pointing, yes, sir. Blue shirt.
What was the most dangerous bit you ever did on the show? Like a physical bit?
Getting on stage with Conway is the most dangerous thing.
What about when Lyle came out in the unicycle? Do you remember that? And then Harvey?
We have that clip of you on a
the
unicycle.
unicycle?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Is Harvey? Here, you try it.
Here, Hart. Put your foot on the bottom pedal. All right. All your weight on it. Let me hold you. Go ahead, all your weight on there, Hart.
You sure this is the way you become tall, dark, and head?
Are you all right?
Hey, I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Let me go.
No!
Yeah! 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 I want... Remember that now? Yes! Why would I do that? I can't even ride a tricycle. I mean,
Yes, the little girl.
It's for Vicky.
It's for Vicky.
Will you do Mama for us?
Will I do Mama for you? I think you're too young to hear anything I'd say to you, you little twit. The hell are you even doing in here? Vicky get her role on your show?
She slept with me.
It's not true. I already had the job when I slept with him.
I do have a clip of when you first got on our show.
She's a little nervous because she's never had to come out just time. She doesn't know what she's going to say or anything. Do you have any? Your hands are ice cold. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask Vicki?
Oh,
There's
no.
a little boy there.
How old are you?
I don't know.
Vicki, how old are you now?
I don't know.
I'm 77. And I can still go to the bathroom by myself.
All right. Yes. And the amazing thing, he's doing it right now. How he does it.
Well, when he's right, he's right.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I want to show you my dress. I have it on backwards. What's your name? Patrick. I am one of your greatest fans.
The man in the purple shirt.
First of all, thanks a lot for the decades of laughter.
Thank you.
Anybody to answer this question, how have you all been able throughout the decades to maintain your youth and beauty?
Well, thank
we
you.
think we should all just kind of...
I drink a lot.
And I'm over at his house a lot, so.
Well, I try and work out about 4 times a week, only I've missed the last 1,200 times.
Clearly, you need to go to Lynn's Crafters because
Carol,
you wouldn't have asked that and you wouldn't have bought that lavender jacket. That's a look on the wild side there.
What do you do to keep in shape? You look great.
Crossword puzzles.
Burnett, I was wondering, how do you keep your...
It's Miss Burnett. Did you say Mr.?
Yes. Oh, no. I was wondering, but how do you keep your fantastic shape?
How do I keep my fantastic shape? I'm the only one who wants it. Yes.
Have you always been as beautiful as you are now?
No, at one time, you won't believe this, I was very plain.
Is it true to get on television, all you need is a pretty face?
He says, is it true to get on television, all you need is a pretty face? Yes. He said, when you smile, do you ever get lipstick on your ears? Get out.
How does one go about getting the autograph of a gorgeous, lovely star like yourself?
Yes, sir.
Who is your biggest influence in comedy today?
For me, it's SpongeBob, but...
Yes, sir.
What did you guys do as a job before the Carol Burnett Show?
Oh, Lyle?
I was an encyclopedia salesman. Yes, I was. Yeah, I sold a lot of encyclopedias.
Could you imagine a housewife saying no?
I was in the Army. I defended Seattle, as you know. Anybody from Seattle, were you ever attacked?
Yes, sir.
I was wondering how long you've had your driver's license.
Me?
Yes.
Why would you ask that?
Because I've seen you drive.
How would you have seen her drive?
I've seen her drive too, and I'll tell you what, she's a weapon of mass destruction.
You're walking on thin ice, old lady.
She's the only driver Mr. Rogers ever gave the finger to.
Oh, Vicky.
Driving with her is more dangerous than being married to Liza Minnelli. I got a little carried away.
I was telling you before, I love your hair.
Well, thank you.
I do. I like, you know, we both had red hair for such a long time.
Oh, natural redheads.
Did they tease me about having red hair in grammar school? No. I didn't have red hair.
We've come to a great conclusion that redheads make better lovers. We were wondering what your opinion on that.
I have no idea.
Any thought of your real natural hair?
This is my real hair. The color isn't. No, I'm a platinum blonde, naturally.
Is it real hair or is it a wig?
Is that my real hair or is it a wig? It's my real hair because I wouldn't buy this.
Is your hair really red?
What's the next question?
What are your measurements from the top down?
What are my measurements from the top down? You want to know about my hair? What is the third question? Sit down, sir.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Your singing is so sad.
Did you hear the joke? He said, he was so nice. I know you meant it nicely, didn't you? He said, why don't you sing more ballads? Your singing is so sad. That's very sweet. I cry when I sing, too.
The most asked question early on was really about Lyle because everybody wanted to kiss him.
I know. No, it was very flattering. You know,
Yes.
the first time we did the show, and we'd only been on the air a few weeks, and some pretty young lady asked if Lyle could come out and give her a kiss. Well, this was unrehearsed, it wasn't planned, so I really didn't quite know what to do, so I decided I'd put my arms around her and give her a kiss on the cheek. Well, this little rascal put her arms around me and gave me a squeeze on my cheek. I mean, got my attention, I'll tell you that.
It didn't end there because we've got some
Yeah, I was a little more in charge in some of these.
Yes, you were. Can we run those? There was one time, though, when you surprised me, and you surprised all of us. You surprised the whole crew.
We always were trying to surprise each other. And since I got called out for question and answers on a regular basis, I said, this might be a way to get you, surprise you. So I went to the prop department, and I waited around during question and answers for a couple of shows until somebody would call me out.
Right.
And finally, a young lady did, and your reaction was priceless.
Well,
Take a look at
so
that.
was hers.
Lovely young ladies. Cindy, would you stand up? This is Lyle, that's Cindy, and she's a very big fan of yours.
Wow, she's really pretty, too. Traveling music, little traveling music. Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
My name is Lyle. You're who?
Cindy Irwin.
We're acquainted.
Oh, you know what? This is a very kissy show, so,
It's so
we're going to
kissy.
show, we're going to show some kissy ones, some work.
I've seen Lyle come out so many times and give young ladies in the audience kisses. I thought that Vicky might come out and give me a kiss.
Oh, me too.
Me too.
Vicky's put on a little weight. But it's the boys down there, Vicky. Go plant one on them. They don't know where to grab.
I give Tim Conway a kiss.
You want to give Tim Conway a kiss. Tim, we got a guy who wants to kiss you and a girl who wants a guy who wants to shake your hand and a girl who wants to kiss.
Hi, how's it going? Well, what are you doing after the show? Well, how's it going with you? Thank you very much. Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you.
How old are you?
14?
Well, you're not supposed to be in here, but that's all right. No, that's all right. Now, how old is she? How old is your grandfather?
I don't know.
Old enough, huh?
Yeah.
Old enough.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Todd.
But nobody ever kissed me. They were kissing constantly and being
Somebody
kissed.
kissed you once.
Never.
Uh-huh.
We have it.
Too young to kiss Lyle Wagner, but can I kiss Thorman? What's his name?
Lorraine. Lorraine. Oh, it's all right with me if you kiss what's his name.
Because I think I'm too old for Lyle Wagner.
But you're not too old for what's his name.
No.
It's fine with me, Lorraine. I will tell Harvey. That's his name. Harvey has such an identity crisis anyway. You made his whole evening by not knowing his name.
But I would.
You did, Lorraine.
Yes.
there were times when people would raise their hand and want to come up on stage and do something and perform.
Oh, boy.
Well, there's one that's, I guess, one of our favorites that ever happened. I did not know this lady. Somebody had pointed her out to, she was sitting in the audience, and she looked a little bit like Bea Arthur when Bea did, a lot, when Bea did Maude. She was kind of dressed that way and everything. And she decided that she wanted to be a part of our show, and that she wanted to come up here and do something. And so I said, come on up.
You want to sing too? Come on out. What's your name?
Terry McCann.
Terry, what do you want to sing?
You made me love you in the key of G. You made me love you. Didn't want to do it. You made me want you, and all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it. You did. I didn't want to tell you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You know I do. Now, honey, give me what I cry for. You know you have the brand new kisses that I die for. Don't go away. We'll be right back. What's your name?
It's Winona.
Winona? Hi, Winona.
Hi.
Wait a minute. Instead of Harvey, is Harvey back there, Lyle?
And then you go around the island around this way.
Do you want drums now, Winona?
Sure.
Sorry, Zimmerman, can we have some Hawaiian drums?
What were your favorite movie takeoffs?
Oh, the one that I get asked about a lot is the one that we did where I played Betty Davis doing the good twin
twins.
and the evil twin. And the good twin was kind of a dip. She just stared out the window at the lighthouse, and her name was Patsy. And she kept saying to her aunt, she said, "The lighthouse talks to me, Aunt Lavinia. It says, 'Hi, Patsy.'" Hi, Patsy. I get a lot of "Hi, Patsy." Yes? Yes?
Married? And if you are, do you fool around?
What'd she say?
Are you married? And if you are, do you fool around?
This lady wants to know.
I am married, but I'm not a fanatic about it.
I was asked, as you know, one time, a lady asked if she could kiss me. I wasn't there, but you sent her backstage.
Yeah.
If you have that, if you could play that, and I just want people to look at this girl very closely, because I'm going to tell you something about who that girl actually was after you see this.
Could I give you and Tim a kiss?
You could certainly come on up here. Tim, there's a very lovely young lady. If you can hear me. I don't know where Tim is. He might be indisposed in the dressing room. Why don't you go on back and find him?
Now, I don't know how many of you actually could figure that out or not, but you know who that was?
Who?
Bob Barker.
Yes.
Were there any skits that didn't make the air because of censors?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Censors.
Censors. Well.
Whoa.
No, we had a, but one time Harvey and I were doing a sketch about a nudist colony, and he was interviewing me voiceover, and I was the nudist, and I was standing behind a fence that said "keep out," and my shoulders were bare, and I had bare legs and basketball shoes. Okay, so Harvey says to me, "What do you nudists do for recreation?" And I said, well, every Saturday night we have dances. And he said, how do nudists dance? And my line that was written was, very carefully. And so the censors said, no, that's a little bit too risque. We can't do that. So we said, well, what do? We have a meeting. They came back with, and he says, how do nudists dance? And I said, cheek to cheek.
You know the difference in standards now.
Oh, you'd never get away with that
in
now.
those days. Yes, ma'am.
Did you work with many animals on the show?
Did we work with many
animals on the show?
I was many animals on the show, I know. Yeah.
Say, a cow being milked for the first time.
No. What's your question, sir?
Do you guys like just pop it in and watch videos kind of like for nostalgic purposes?
I don't think Harvey's popped it in how long?
We've got some classic Q&As to show you that you've seen before, but they're too good to be left out, so we're going to show them to you now.
Know what these two weapons are.
Those two weapons, those are the microphones, shotgun mics they call them. That's all it is. You can relax. Uncross your legs.
Yes.
How long are you going to wait before you get a toupee?
Such a cute little boy, isn't he?
I've heard, though, that men, not bald, because you're not bald, but balding or receding
Yes.
hair,
Bald
or very
is
high
a good
forehead.
word, yeah.
I've heard that they're quite sexy. Is that true?
I don't know. I've never been out with one.
Get to the ladies' room.
How do you get to the ladies' room? You have to go to the Sure, come on. Yeah. we should all say, we know where you've been. And so anyway, we know where you've been. We know where you've been. Hi, Mrs. Miller.
What do I have to know to get a front seat?
Who do you have to know to get a front seat? What happened? You didn't get a front seat today? Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe we'll get you a front seat next week, okay? Yes, ma'am.
I'll trade with Mrs. Miller.
You'll trade with
if she
Mrs.
wants
Miller?
to. Sure.
This lady in the red down here said she'll trade with you, Mrs. Miller. She's sticking out quite a ways here. Would you like to do that? Mrs. Miller, why don't you come down here? What's your name?
Roxanne.
Roxanne, that's very nice of you. Come on, Mrs. Miller. Oh, you brought her. What's your name? This is Mrs. Miller. Oh, right. Yes, we must get that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Mrs. Miller. Roxanne was down here, and you can see better down here.
This is my friend.
Hello. You just sit right here, and you'll be able to see a whole lot better. Is that better for you?
Much better.
Thank you, Roxanne. That's very nice. What's your name? Barbara. Barbara, this is Mrs. Miller.
What kind of soap do they use to clean the floor?
I think that's a little personal. Do you have a vinyl floor at home you want to clean? Is that it? Yeah. Where is it? In the bathroom or the kitchen? All over. You have vinyl all over your house.
It's on the floor.
Just. Stay tuned.
To order the
All the time we have now. How old do you think I am? And be careful. 26, you're right. Right up here. Do I intend to retire when I reach 29? You know, that's so far away, I haven't even begun to...
Carol, we've been watching you since we were in elementary school, and now we're...
I just want to say that I thought you were great on the Gary Moore show, and you've improved with age.
If you could be any age you wanted to, what age would you?
I think 33. Maybe I'll change my mind when I get there. Do you have a picture of me?
When you were young. Or, I mean...
I wrote a small poem about you I'd like to read.
All right, why don't you stand up and read it? What's your name?
Danny Kruger.
Hi, Danny.
Hi. I'm in love with a wonderful girl, but there's a catch, oh brother. The girl I love, this glorious girl, is old enough to be my mother.
Sit down, Danny.
Look at that.
Oh, good number.
Hi.
You have a question?
Yeah.
What is it?
Did you ever get in a fight when you were in high school?
What a question. So, you know, some people have shown up here in the Q&A over the years that I did go to school with.
You live next door to an old boyfriend of yours and he says hello.
You live next door to an old boyfriend of mine and he says hello? Oh, there were so many. Who?
Tom Tracy.
Tommy? You're kidding. Tommy Tracy? She lives from the time I was about 12 years old up through the time I was 17, which was about 10 years ago. I had always loved Tommy Tracy, and I always dreamed that someday we'd get married and I'd have 2 children, and I'd name them Stacy Tracy and Dick Tracy. What's your name?
I just had to bring that to you. What hot lips?
Buddy! Hey, it's Buddy!
That's them, all of them.
Oh, you've been busy!
I wanted to know how long ago did you say you were in school?
How long ago did I say I was in school? I didn't. Did we go to school together? You look very familiar.
We did.
Who is it?
John McClellan.
John McClellan! Get out! You know how old I am! Get out! Oh my gosh, you look marvelous! How do I look, John?
Hey, we want to thank you all here tonight for tonight's show, because there couldn't have been one without you,
are the
and
best.
we really
Yes.
thank you, and that's why Q&A became a favorite part of the show. Thank you. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Good night.